Dimensity 9400 reportedly 20% cheaper than the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4, new estimates suggest nearly the same price as Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. The recent price estimate from a tipster suggested that the upcoming Dimensity 9400 would cost $155 per unit, undercutting the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 while also being cheaper than Qualcomm's current generation Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, which is rumored to be priced at $200. The latest update for these figures is that MediaTek's upcoming 3nm SoC will be 20% cheaper than its imminent rival, but that means it will be almost as expensive as the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. The new report does not explicitly mention the Dimensity 9400's price, but previous rumors have suggested that the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 will cost around $240. Both Qualcomm and MediaTek have struck a deal with TSMC to leverage its second-generation 3nm process for the mass production of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 and Dimensity 9400. Unfortunately, with chipset pricing estimations all over the place, providing an impartial overview of silicon costs is difficult. According to DigiTimes, the Dimensity 9400 is said to be 20% cheaper than the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4, but surprisingly, no figure was mentioned as to how much each unit will be sold to MediaTek's partners. However, based on previous rumors, which claim that the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 will cost $240, if we take the 20% reduction into account, the Dimensity 9400 will be priced at $200. Assuming these figures are somewhat accurate, both 3nm chipsets are still expensive, but at least MediaTek has the opportunity to take away some of Qualcomm's market share. It should also be noted that relying on a single foundry partner like TSMC is guaranteed to increase wafer costs with every passing year, but there is next to no alternative for MediaTek and Qualcomm. Samsung was recently reported to have driven off clients because it cannot produce stable yields of its 3nm GAA technology. Qualcomm has been attempting to seek a dual sourcing approach for the Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 next year by relying on Samsung's SF2 process, which is also known as 2nm GAA, but with the Korean giant unable to increase its yields, and TSMC being the only option, chipset costs may keep on increasing. This trend spells trouble for flagships that will use the Dimensity 9400 and Snapdragon 8 Gen 4, as phone makers will have to either sacrifice their margins or raise the prices of their devices. In any case, no scenario is materializing a favorable outcome.